Hello there. Yes, I want to welcome you to the week 2 of how to start investing for beginners in Nigeria. Yes, we started the first series last week and it's a 4-week intensive coaching program on how to start investing for beginners in Nigeria. So today is the week 2 and I want you to sit back, just borrow me like 40 to 60 minutes of your time, and I'm going to deliver to you how you can start investing for in Nigeria, irrespective of your level, even if you're a beginner or you are uh, an experienced investor. You're going to learn something from tonight's edition of this 4-week intensive coaching program on how you can invest. So I want you to please do not allow anything to disrupt you, to disturb you, to, you know, take you away from this program. Because, yes, it is something that has been on my mind for some months now to do. And I want to thank God for the grace to be able to put this together. So this is the week 2 of this program. So I want you to sit back. Like I said, just give me 40 to 60 minutes of your time and then we'll get started. So last week I mentioned, I shared some things with you and I also gave an assignment. And one of the assignment that I shared with us, I asked you to go and write some things and and uh, and be able to get ready for what you'll be learning tonight, because there are a lot of things that a lot of beginners don't know about investing. So many people don't know a lot of things when it comes to investing. So last week we were able to look at what is investing. We look at that. We look at what is investing. And I told you that investing means putting your money into something with the hope of earning more money over time. That is what investing is all about. It is about putting your money in something, in something that is profitable with the hope that you will earn something over time. And also, I also went further to share with you that investing is like planting a seed today. And by the time you keep planting that seed, watering that seed, what will happen? Then you can enjoy a big, strong tree in the future. So investing is not about now, it is about the future. Because when you don't have the right mindset about investing, when because some people wants to get returns on their investment immediately, and that is why a lot of people fall into scams. They fall into scammers, and it is rampant these days that a lot of people are being scammed and they don't want to share it with anybody. They don't. It is easier for people to be scammed now with high yield investment schemes. So if you are looking for how to get rich quick scheme, this program is not for you. So it is for those that it is for beginners in Nigeria that wants to learn the basics of investing, how to invest. And in the course of that, I also shared with you something about the importance of investing. I told you that you can invest for long term, medium term, and short term, and that the benefit of long term is one of the best ways of investing is long term investment. Over time, even a small amount of money can grow into a much larger sum. And I told you about the principle of compounding. So in the course of this program or this coaching program, you will understand, you will learn how to compound your investment. And the other thing is the other importance of investing is for security purpose. When you invest, you help to build your future, you help to secure your future and also build wealth. And after that, I gave an assignment, and the assignment is basically on the fact that you have to do this personal financial plan, which includes your monthly income. I told you to do that, to write your monthly income, get a notebook and a pen, and also write down your expenses on a monthly basis, and also your savings goal. How much do you want to be saving from your income on a monthly basis? And also, I ask you to write down how much risk you are comfortable taking from what you are earning. You understand? Or from what you want to invest at the end of the month or at the end of the year. So, and I told you to please get this done. Yes, you might not submit it to me, because if you want me to evaluate it, I would charge for that. But I'm not going to bother you with that. So the purpose of doing this is for you to be accountable, so that you can be serious with this, with what you are learning, and then also be able to take actionable steps. So now let's get down to the business of today. And the business of today is, we are looking at the lesson 1.2, which is understanding the Nigerian economic landscape. You need to understand, because we are talking about how to start investing for beginners in Nigeria. And you need to understand the economic landscape of this nation of Nigeria. And what do I mean by economic landscape? I mean that that you need to understand the overview of Nigeria's growth sector. And looking at that, it's something that is very, very crucial if you want to invest. If you want to be an investor, you need to understand the climate, the environment, the climate, the investment climate of that nation, of the country you want to start investing in. Even if you are investing in America from Nigeria, you need to begin to study the macroeconomic macroeconomic indicators. So we'll soon get there. But however, Nigeria's economy is growing in areas like technology, agriculture, real estate, and energy. You see, these sectors are the sectors that you can begin to monitor, to understand how these sectors works, so that you can begin to see how you can start investing in either technology or agriculture or real estate or renewable energy. You can do renewable energy, or you can do normal energy. And knowing these can help you to decide where to invest. When you understand the trend, when you understand the business and also the investment climate of Nigeria, then it will help you to know, oh, I think I should be able to invest in this sector, or start with one sector and then grow over time. So looking at that, we also need to understand macroeconomic indicators. When we say macroeconomic indicators, what does that mean? It's something that you must understand as an investor. Even as a beginner, you need to begin to pay attention to some of these things. Some of these things are things we learned in secondary school when we did economics. You understand? Some of these things are things that they taught us, but some of us we've forgotten some of these things. But now, if you want to start investing in any economy, be it in Nigeria, Asia, Europe, America, Canada, Australia, wherever you want to invest across the board, then you need to understand macroeconomic indicators. And what do we mean by, or what is macroeconomic indicators? There is what we call micro, but this one is macroeconomic indicators. And we're talking about inflation. You need to understand inflation. When inflation is rising, what does it mean? When the inflation is falling or declining, what does it mean? How does that affect the economy? How does it affect your investment? How does it affect the sectors that you are investing in? You need to understand this. Now, when we talk about inflation, we're talking about, is an indicator that calculates when price is going up over time. You understand? This is when prices are going up over time. and it affects how much your money is worth, the worth of your money. Inflation can turn a millionaire to carbonnaire. Inflation can turn a billionaire to millionaire. If you don't understand all these things, you can lose money as an investor. So you need to begin to understand macroeconomic indicators. What is the inflation rate in Nigeria or the economy that you want to invest in? Then looking at that, you also need to understand currency risk. Currency what? Risk. Another indicator, another macroeconomic indicator that you must understand, that you begin to watch as an investor, is currency risk. You know, the value of the Nigerian naira can change anytime, especially now that the government allows the currency to float. You know, in the both in the black market, the open market, and that can impact your investment. It can impact your investment over time if you don't understand that, the value of the base currency that you are using to invest can change anytime. You can lose money. So all these things are things that you should begin to take note of. Now, okay, you should be taking note of the currency fluctuation, how the price is going up, the exchange rate, why is it going up? When you hear that, Naira crashed today, why did it crash? When you hear that, Naira appreciated today, why did they appreciate? All these things, you need to begin to ask questions and begin to learn. So if you want to be an investor, you must understand it. And another macroeconomic indicator that we're going to talk about is government policies. You see, government policies are rules and laws made by the government, and this can shape the business environment and also affect your investment if you don't understand what these policies are. And government can just wake up today and say, this thing that this policy, want to change the policy, or this sector, we are having another policy on energy, and it can affect your investment if you are investing in energy, in the energy sector, or you want to invest in agriculture, be it agriculture, agri-tech, or whatever. If there's a policy that is affecting farmers not to import input directly, or they are saying, we have to import it for you. If there's such policy, then the policy will affect that sector. And if that is the sector that you are investing in, then it will definitely affect your investment. So you need to be conversant with government policies on the sectors that you are investing your money. This is very, very important. So moving on from that, we'll look at lesson 2 for today, and that lesson 2.1 is the overview of asset classes. When we say asset classes, what does that mean? We need to understand that, I just told you about macroeconomic indicators. As an investor, you should be monitoring macroeconomic indicators. Government, we talk about inflation, we talk about government policies and currency risk, the currency exchange rate. And also now we want to look at overview of asset classes. Now, when we say asset classes, what does that mean? Asset classes are different ways to invest your money. In a simple term, or in a layman form, asset classes are different ways to invest your money, and each one works in its own way. Agricultural sector works differently from energy sector. Energy sector works differently from the fintech sector, the financial market, the healthcare sector. So you need to understand all these asset classes and then begin to take note of how these sectors works, or how these classes works, how these asset classes work, so that when you understand that, you know that this is what I will put my money in. Okay, I will put some percentage of money in this portfolio or in this sector, and then put some percentage in the other sector, so that you would not put all your eggs in one basket. And moving forward, we also need to understand, we need to look at some of the asset classes available where you can invest your money. And here are the main ones that you can invest your money. The number one that I'd like to share with you is equities. Equities, or what we call stocks. When you hear equities, it simply means that simply telling you that it is stocks, or what we call shares. You understand? Now, when you want to invest in equities, any equities, it is buying a small piece of a company. You are buying the shares of that company, and when the company grows, your share can be more valuable. For example, GTB or GTCO in August last year sold some of their shares, and I think it was 44 naira 50 kobo, and as of today their shares is around 60 naira. And if you had bought that time, if you had invested some amount of money that period, you would have been like 20%. You will be gaining like 20% on your investment by now. By now, as at now. So that means if you buy the shares of any company, you are investing in a small piece of that company. It means you own a small piece of that company. And how do you own a small piece of that company? It is through your investment. So when you understand this, you know, okay, I want to invest into equities. I want to start with equities, or the next one that I'm going to share with you. Another asset class that we can also invest in is what we call fixed income. What is fixed income? Fixed income is like you are giving loans to company or government. You understand? It means it is like giving loans to a company or the government. And when you give loan to any of the company or any government, you will be paid back with interest. You will be paid back interest with interest. An example of that is the bonds, or there's a popular one that you can even invest as low as 5,000 naira, and that is FGN savings bond. In fact, they used to release that every month. I think there was one for last month, just concluded month of February, that it was about was it about 700 billion naira? 700 billion naira, and the government issued that bond to pay pensioners, to pay pension arrears for the month of February. And that is why you see that the federal government is paying pensioners now, because they issued bonds for the month of February. And that comes up. Bond is usually released on every month. So you just have to know when it is being released, so that you can target that period of time. And if you want to know how to buy, invest in the bond market, it is easier. Just go, you need a stock brokerage account. You need to open an account with stock brokerage firm. We call it CSCS account. If you don't have that account, you cannot buy any of the bonds. So be it FGN savings bond or whatever, even treasury bills, you need to open an account. So another asset class is ETFs. ETFs simply means exchange traded funds. And what does that mean? It's a mix of many stocks and bonds in one package, in one basket. When you hear ETFs, it means a mix of investment vehicles or investment package, where they have stocks of different companies and also bonds, government bonds. And this will help you to spread your risk. It is usually advisable to start with ETFs if you don't want to expose yourself to higher risk of investing directly into the equity market. And it will, because that way you are investing in a mixed of many stocks and bonds, or bonds in one basket. And like I said, it will help you to spread your risk, so that you don't put all your money in one company or one basket. And another asset class that is advisable is mutual funds. I've done some videos on this in the past. You can check my YouTube channel. You'll see some videos that I've done on investment opportunities and stuff like that. And mutual funds is similar to ETFs, and but they are managed by experts who choose a mix of investment for you, like GTB, First Bank, Standard IBTC, Zenith Securities. All these companies have mutual funds that you can buy into. They have mutual funds, even a lot of them. There's this one too. There's one that I want to remember, pension, ARM. Yes, there's ARM that you can invest in. They have money market funds, market mutual funds, and the other one, which is dollarized, that you can even buy. You can invest dollars. You see it on their website. Just go there, go to ARM, and when you get there, you see under investment, you see mutual funds, and you see the percentage, the returns on your investment. You see everything. It is clear. And but we usually advise people to invest in money mutual or money market mutual funds, because that way, even if there's inflation, it will not affect your investment. You understand? So, and the other thing that we also need to look at, which is lesson 2.2, is real estate, agribusiness, and alternative investment. And I'd like you to please be attentive at this point. You have to be attentive at this point, because when we talk about real estate, it's a good investment, but is highly risky, that you need to know what you're doing before you venture into real estate. You understand? You need to know what you are doing before you venture into real estate. And that's why I say I have it here as investing beyond the stock market. Now, when we say real estate, what does it mean? I know you know what it means. It is buying property, whether it is a house, land, apartment, or commercial building. Land, houses. You can buy houses, you can buy lands, you can buy apartments, or commercial buildings. And real estate can grow in value over time, and it can even provide rental income. Now, a lot of people will tell you that don't buy house or don't build house for rental purpose. No, that is not ideal. That is not a good advice. You see, when you are investing with the mindset of long-term investment or medium term. Because as an investor, it is not advisable to be looking for short-term investment. That way you can burn your fingers. So if you're looking for long-term investment, one of it is real estate. And it can be rental, it can be, for commercial purposes, it can be land, flipping of lands. You buy land, you can buy a large expanse of land. And when you are buying land in bulk, you buy it cheaper. You can buy land, and then what you do is you hold it for some years. And after some years, with the prospect of, okay, in the next 5 years, this place is going to develop, and there is no how that land will appreciate. Landed property or real estate is one of the businesses that appreciate in value over time. Yes, but you can lose money also. if you don't do your due diligence. But I will advise you, please, before you invest in real estate, make sure you understand how it is being done, because even the gurus in real estate are being duped. You can be duped anytime because it's a volatile sector. So now, looking at that, we also need to look at the other thing, the other alternative investment opportunity that you can invest in, and that is agribusiness. And investing in a farming and food production. It is very, now see, let me say this: there is nothing you are farming or you are producing in agri sector now that is not money. Agriculture in Nigeria, in the whole world, is a big thing now. It's a big time investment. Gone are those days that you see a farmer like any other person, or like who are they now? Farmers are agbeloba. When you say agbeloba, you know what it means? It means farmers are kings. So farmers are kings. So looking at this, you understand that Nigeria's strong agricultural sector means there are chances to profit from growing crops like cocoa. Cocoa now, a kilo of cocoa at the moment, I think, is around 15,000 naira. Yeah, I think it's 15,000 naira. Just 1 kilo. You can imagine. A pod of cocoa now, just a pod, is about 20,000 naira. So you can now imagine if you have 100 of that, do your calculation. So cocoa is a big business now that it has even become a mafia business. Yes. Now, if you can't start with cocoa, you can start with cassava. There are some species of cassava that you can grow to maturity in 6-7 months. Usually, the cassava matured within 9 months. 9 months, some depending on what you want to use it for. If you want to use it for gari, or cassava, flour, and the likes, you can allow it to go up to like 10 or 11 months. But there are some species that they use for ethanol, for starch, for at confectionaries, and you can use that. You can grow that within 6 months, 7 months. You harvest. You understand? So, or you want to do palm oil. Palm oil is now a gold mine. Palm oil business is now a gold mine. So another thing that you can also invest in is herbal garden. Herbal garden is not that you are babalawo. It is not babalawo. You understand? It is, now people, cost of buying drugs, medicine in Nigeria is expensive. In fact, the government they are really on top of this, that drugs are expensive. A lot of people cannot afford to buy some of the drugs that are being imported. So people are turning to alternative medicine. And all these herbal medicine are making waves now. You see, agbo that we used to buy before, these herbal drinks, herbal stuff that we used to buy for 1,000 naira, 500 naira, they are now as high as 10,000 naira. So, and those people that sell those herbal stuffs also go to the farm to buy it. So, and this is, if you can invest in herbal garden or herbal farming, you can see no Fulani can disturb you, because most of these things, most of those herbal stuff, cow cannot eat it, ram cannot eat it. You understand? So, and even with a plot of land, you will be surprised with what you'll be producing. Herbal garden. Some of these, there are some of these, leaves that that are needed on a daily basis. The likes of celery. You can be planting celery, celery, mint leaf, some of these things. All these things are now big money, so you can invest in it. You might not be the one that will do the farming, yeah, but you can partner with farmers that are into this, and you strike a deal. So it's a good industry that you can invest in. And another thing that you can also invest, Another asset class that you can also invest in Nigeria at the moment is what I call raw gold. Raw gold. You know, investing in raw gold in Nigeria offers a chance to tap into a market that is rich with its history and potential. Gold has been on ever since. There has been gold, deposit of gold in this world or on the earth since the creation of man. And it has never stopped. It has never stopped. So with careful, but you need careful planning. You need to learn it. You need to understand the legal compliance. You need to learn how to buy it, how to test it, the purity, how to test, okay, the grams, if you are buying in grams or you are buying in kilo, you need to understand that. So you must understand, learn how to do it. And how do you learn it? You see, some of these are bookies that sells that are into bureau de change, BGC. A lot of them also buy gold and they buy gold and silver. You can partner with them to learn from them. You can even learn from some of those guys that are goldsmiths. It's just unfortunate that we don't have more of goldsmiths in Nigeria like before. Those guys knows how to test it, how to scale to weight, how to, the purity, the carat. But if you want to buy gold, don't buy anything lower than 18 karat. And you see, some of these things, if you are the types that travels to United Kingdom, or you base in the United States or Arab Emirates, which is Dubai, you can buy and travel and sell anywhere, but you need to know the differences. Like in Dubai, there's vending gold ATM machine or gold vending machine. There's what we call gold vending machine in Dubai that is built like an ATM. You just use your card and it is being updated. The price is updated every 10 minutes. So you can check and buy in kilos. And the machine will dispense it and give it to you. You understand? And you can take it, you can travel with it to Nigeria, travel with it to anywhere, because the way it is packaged, it's packaged in a form of a gift item. But if you are in Nigeria and you have people in the UK, you can buy raw gold and look at a way to ship it to or export it to UK. And there's a company in UK that buy that buy scrap. They call it scrap gold. Scrapgold.co.uk. I think I'm sure I'm correct. Scrapgold.co or goldscrap.co.uk. Now you see that company, they buy within 24 hours they will pay you your money. But you don't need to come to their office. All you need to do is you just courier it to their office, or you call them. And if you want to pay a visit to their office, it has to be by appointment. Now, how do I know this? I partner with a friend who is a geologist some years back, and that is what we were doing. And we will buy raw gold in Nigeria. There's a way there's a way he used to work on it and then export it to the United Kingdom, and from there they will send it to the company that I just mentioned, and that company will test it and tell you that, okay, this thing is 99.9%, and tell you that, okay, it is 18 karat, it is 22 karat. Before that, you will know the karat that you are sending, the what. You can even go to their website, you see the price of the whatever you are selling to them. If it is 18 karat, 21, 22, 20, 21, 22, 24 karat, you will see the price there. And so and you can build a robust strategy that not only preserve your wealth, but you also inspire confidence in your financial freedom or financial future through raw gold investment. In fact, some of these are bookies at the airport, sells gold. A lot of them, they can also put you through. You can partner with them. Some guys in Abuja, there are some ladies, some women in Lagos Island that sells gold. They will tell you, they can put you through if you are sincere. Just speak with them. And there are some gold companies or gold shop in Lekki Axis that they are even selling. They will tell you, "Oh, come and buy at 1 kilo for 1,000, for 1 gram for 150,000, and if you're buying 10 grams, that's 1.5 million. So if you have like 1.5 million, you have like 10 million that okay, I don't need this money for the next 6 months or 1 year. You can invest in gold, buy gold and keep it. And one thing about gold is that it will definitely appreciate, but it is not a get rich quick investment program or scheme. It is you buying and holding, and begin to watch the macroeconomic indicators of both America and other countries that are using gold, like India, China. A lot of them they use gold seriously. So it's a good investment, and gradually you are building your investment portfolio. So now the other thing that I also want us to look at is fintech. Fintech is another asset class that you can invest. There are a lot of fintech companies out there, although a lot of them are folding up. That after raising a lot of thousands or millions of dollars, you just hear that they've folded up or they've closed shop. But however, there are some that are still doing very well that you can invest in, and a lot of them, technology is growing fast at this time, especially in the era of AI. So, fintech companies that use technology to improve financial services are one of the best investment asset class that you can also invest. And because if you look at most of these fintech, a lot of them who are into financial services, they are still sustaining themselves, but still in business, unlike some people that are closing shop anyhow. You understand? So fintech is good. And another asset class is renewable energy. Project like solar, solar energy farms, farms, solar energy farms. And what does that mean? It means that okay, if you have that money, you can invest in solar energy farm in a location, and you can now be selling energy to that community, to a community, and it's helping a lot of communities now to solve power problems in Nigeria. You understand? Even in some markets. So it's a good investment class or asset class that you can also look into. So now let's quickly, because I want us to cover some things before we close tonight. Let us also look at lesson 2.3, which is how to research and evaluate investment. Now I've shared all these asset classes with you. How do you research and evaluate before you invest in any of the sectors, in any of that sector? So that is what we want to look at now. And in looking at that, we need to know that before you invest, it is important to understand if a company or a project is a good idea. Very, very important. You don't just part with your money without understanding this, that okay, this company that I want to invest in, or this project that I want to invest in, is it a good one? Is it a good investment? So, and how do you do that? How do you do that? You must, as a matter of importance, research the company, do your due diligence, look at the company's history. How do you do that? You see, if you go to if the company is listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, you will see the history, the company's the financials, everything there. You see there. Some of these companies have it on their website. Like if you want to invest in fintech now, go to their website. You see the history. And in fact, there are some companies that say data, not internet data now, that you can also buy it, subscribe to, and they will be feeding you back on some of these sectors that you can put in your money. Yeah, if you're an investor, these are some of the things you can invest in, some of the tools that you need to do your research. You understand? Look for a company. Look for the history, the company's history, and what the company does. What are they into? How far is their financials this year? How much did they make last year? How much did they make 2 years ago? Is the company listed in Nigeria Stock Exchange? If yes, how far about their shares? How are they paying dividends? How are they? What is their capital base? All these things you need to know before you invest you invest your money. You understand? And how are they making money? What is the company into? What are the things that they are producing? Some businesses have different classes of businesses that they do that under one umbrella, under one company, parent company. So all these things you need to do your research before you part with your money. And also the other thing that you also need to do is you need to check some metrics, key metrics to check. One, revenue. Revenue. How much money does the company makes? How much money do they make on a yearly basis, on a quarterly basis? You see, was it last month that Nigerian breweries declared that they made some trillions of the $1 trillion naira or so? I was like, what? Despite the fact that we are saying the economy is not this, that. So breweries, Nigerian breweries is declaring one trillion naira profit. Wow. So you look at the revenue. How much are they making? Then the profit. How much money it keeps after paying its bills, after tax, profit after tax. You need to check that. All the expenses after they've done their calculation plus minus. How much profit are they making on a yearly basis? Then you also need to look at the growth rate. How quickly is the company getting bigger? How are they expanding? What is their growth rate? All these things are the key metrics that you need to work on, to ask, to check. And also, are the companies indebted? What level of debt do they have? How much money is the company owing? How much are they owing? All these are the things that you begin to find out. And if you sit down critically with Google, you will get all these things. You get all these things. So these are the things that you need to put in place if you want to start investing as a beginner in Nigeria. And I think I need to do a quick recap. But before I do that, don't forget, I'm also going to give you an assignment tonight. I'm going to give you an assignment. And the assignment is very, very important. It is very, very important so that you know what you are doing, and it will guide you. It will help you. It will definitely help you. So today, in today's session, we look at class asset classes, overview of asset classes, and I told you that there are different asset classes that you can invest in, and the first one that I shared with you is equities. After that, we also look at fixed income, and we look at ETFs, exchange traded funds, and also other. We look at mutual funds and other alternative investments like real estate, agribusiness, and we also look at the gold investment opportunity in Nigeria. And looking at that, we talked about agribusiness that you can invest in, and raw gold, and fintech. Yes, we look at fintech, renewable energy, and also we talked about how you can do research and evaluate investment. So on that note, we will now look at the assignment. Let's look at our assignment for today. Assignment number 2 that you must sit down with is choose one investment opportunity from the topics we covered today. Just one, be it a real estate investment opportunity, or real estate investment, or real estate project, or a stock you want to invest. Start investing in equity or you want to go into agribusiness, raw gold, fintech, renewable energy, whatever, whichever you want to invest, you want to start, you want to just choose one. Choose one and explain why you think that one, the one that you choose, is a good investment for you. You explain. Please take note of these things. If you can begin to do all these things that I'm sharing with you, you would in few months you begin to build an investment portfolio. These are some of the things we do. Yeah, you begin to build your investment portfolio, and then gradually you become master in this game. You see, let me tell you something. Investment opportunities are things that AI cannot replace. AI cannot replace. Then you can learn about what is investing from AI, how to invest, all these things. But if you know how to do all these things that I shared with you, you know it very well, there is no AI that can replace such. So this is what I'd like to share with you tonight, and I hope I've been able to impact you and leave you and that I did not leave you the same way I met you tonight. I hope you have been imparted, and if you do, I want you to please subscribe to this channel if you have not. Please, I'm begging you, subscribe to this channel, because we are coming up with a lot of things that will help you to build both your businesses or your business and your investment portfolios. And then also give this video thumbs up if you really get value from the video. And I would like you to also please share it with someone and say, oh, you need to hear what is being shared on this video. So please do that, and I will see you in the next video or in the next class. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Do have a wonderful evening, and I want to say bye for now.